Hey guys, happy Thursday. It's a beautiful day here in Central Oregon. Beautiful day to do some HVAC.
I know that, Mr. Man.
But before I do that, I got a video for you.
Come out to the coast, we get together, have a few laughs.
A little bit of a grab bag. I'm going to show you the equipment for my next video. It's going to be that... oh God, what brand is it? I switch brands so often I forget. It's the Bosch ductless ceiling cassette unit. I hate installing those things, but that's what the customer wanted.
It says you're a dead fuck.
And also, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show you guys what my home HVAC systems are. All the components. I have my my 2-zone system for my home, and then I also have a ductless Mitsubishi mini split for my shop/garage area, and I'll just go over those components with you. And then I might do some funny other stuff here. It's just going to be kind of a grab bag video for you today. And hey, enjoy the video. I'm going to try to make it. Funny too. And you can either enjoy it, that kind of humor, or you don't. I think it's hilarious. And yeah, let's just get on with the video. So here is my upstairs thermostat that I have in my living room. Here's my downstairs that is in my bedroom. I got it kind of close to the TV here.
Do you think so?
But it seems to read pretty good. My plan was I was going to put a sensor in my daughter's bedroom too, so it could average between our two bedrooms, but I couldn't do that with this zoning system for some reason. But yeah, it's right there, right by our dirty bathroom. There's the portable comfort control there. That way I can control everything here from my little desktop, and I don't have to go to each individual thermostat to change the temps, which I really like this portable comfort control. It works with the Honeywell RedLink stuff, and I think it's a really good way to have your system, especially with a zone system. You know, I don't have to get my fat ass off the couch to adjust the temps. So anyway, here's my Bosch heat pump. Sorry, it's upside down.
Are you stupid or something?
That's the 20 SEER. There's my bypass damper there. As you can tell, I didn't finish insulating or anything. Hey, it's my system. I didn't feel like getting up in that tight corner. Of course, as usual, I got the Honeywell F100 there, which if you watch some of my other videos, you see me do maintenance on my own system here. Whistling a little bit. I think my filter's dirty. I probably got to change it. There's the downstairs zone damper, rectangular. There's the upstairs round damper, zone damper. We're going to head over here to the zone panel. So I keep that bundled up thing of thermostat wire there. So I got some 24 volts to test other components. If I want to test relays and transformers and whatnot up over on my work table. As you can see, I haven't had my white wire hooked up for a couple years, so my electric heat never engages, and this thing keeps my oh sorry, I want to point that out to you, the wireless adapter that was up there, so I can have my downstairs thermostat, this guy right there, downstairs thermostat wireless. And yeah, so there she is. Bundled some tape around my transformer so nothing will fall against it and short it out.
I don't know.
Sometimes I think it might have been better if I was never born.
And there's my discharge air temperature, 70 degrees. I made a nice sheet metal plate for everything to mount on. I labeled the panel so I know what zone's which. Right now I have the fan running continuously. There's an overall view there. Pretty good system. Let's go, yeah, so again, there's the dampers. That goes upstairs into the attic. That one goes down into the finished basement. There's my bypass, and of course my F100. And yeah, I haven't hooked up my secondary. It's my house, I can do what I want. Alright, here's the heat pump. This is the 20 SEER. This is a 3-ton Bova 36 HDN1-M20G. There's my disconnect. I put a new disconnect, and you can see the spiders are getting all over everything. My messy house.
Let's try Brad, banana fat.
But yeah, nice clean job on the line set. There she sits on my diamond pad. I like those diamond pads. They're a good way for the defrost to drain, if I haven't mentioned it to you before. So yeah, there's my home system. Let's go check out the Mitsubishi I have in my garage. Go Seahawks.
Say my name.
Again, you can see how I ran my line set down. Let's get the model and serial number for you here. MSZGS24. It's a 2-ton. Yeah, it's way oversized, but hey, I want to be comfortable in my garage. There's the outdoor unit, hyperheat. That's how I ran my lines. Kind of okay, I would guess. I don't do a nice job in my own house as I do on my customers, even though I think I did a pretty good job on this. I need to put a surge protector on him, and there you go. There's the matching hyperheat 2-ton heat pump. Works well. Keeps you nice and warm in the winter, nice and cool in the summer. Now let's move on. This is the cassette job that I'll be doing. I'm supposed to be starting it already, but other things have kind of gotten in the way. I'll probably get out there tomorrow to get this guy started. Get the Johnstone receipt out of the way there. So this is the Bosch 18,000 BTU. This is their max performance. It's the same as a hyperheat. There's the grill for the cassette. And there is the heat pump itself. Like I said, these are just like the Mitsubishi hyperheats. Climate 5000 series, 18,000 BTU. And that's all going to go out tomorrow with my hand gestures there. Alright, so there you have it. We're doing pretty good out here. You know, we're pulling out of the slow season. I keep saying it. And, you know, we're doing what we can. I think things are going to get real good this winter. I'm probably going to do a live stream, I don't know, maybe this weekend at some point. Get a couple beers in me. We'll have some fun. I want to talk about, you know, the forecast for this winter and what you guys think. Things are going to be like. Is it going to be better than last winter? Is it going to be an awesome winter? We're going to make more money than we ever have. Are we going to, you know, move a lot of equipment, even though the 454 stuff just doesn't seem to be moving the way the 410A stuff was? Same with the R32. Of course, I haven't done any R32 stuff, so I don't know. But it's a good conversation to have, and I'd like to get, you know, other HVAC one-man bands in on the live stream. if you're an employee, you can tell me what you're seeing out there.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
If you're a journeyman installer or service tech, what type of things you are seeing out there, because I'd be very interested to know what you guys are seeing, and it helps me out, so I know where to go. Am I selling the wrong stuff? Should I be offering R32 stuff as well? I just don't know. This is all new to me, man. This change, I remember back when they were phasing out R22, and it was a much smoother transition than this. This one just seems like it's not going very well. Maybe you're already past that, but I'm still kind of struggling with it. So yeah, fill me in what you guys think this winter is going to be like, and like I said, I might do a live stream this weekend and we can talk about it in person. So
I was just blow drying my hair. Thought I heard the phone ring. That ever happen to you? Anyway, call me. We'll talk about it.
Thanks for watching. Hope you guys laughed a little bit at some of the little cut-ins that I did, and I'll see you guys out on the job site tomorrow, getting that ceiling cassette job started. So thanks for watching.